Hey, what's up, everybody? It's just Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment. I'm gonna give you guys a fresh perspective on things. You know, we see them. You know what I mean? You know, you gotta hit them with the, you know how LeBron be doing. You know, with his bald head, and then he gonna hit him with the, you know what I mean? But anyway, so let's get into it. So I'm hearing that LeBron's supposed to make his decision today. But earlier this week, and by earlier this week, I mean yesterday, we did a show where Rich Paul and all of these guys were clapping back. LeBron ain't trying to form no super team, man. LeBron is focused on his happiness. He not trying to form a super team. These guys have been lying for like a good 3 to 4 weeks. I've never seen people lie this much and this consistently. But yesterday they were having this conversation on First Take. And Kendrick Perkins, who's cool with these dudes, actually came out and said, yeah, y'all are capping right now. This is cap. Y'all are all capping. LeBron is working behind the scenes to build a super team because he's not going to know. He doesn't move anywhere without him setting the table for himself, right? He's not just going to go to a team and try to figure it out. That's not how he operates. But if you leave it to Rich Paul and his fans and all of them, they'll swear up and down, oh, no, man, LeBron is just following his heart. He doesn't care about money. He just wants to follow the yellow brick road. He just wants happiness. It was all BS. So I was just going through the internet, and I've been posting a lot on Twitter, right, on X. And, man, X is a wild place, man. People be dropping comments. They will insult your whole soul on there in X. So if y'all want to follow me on X, my handle is JRTABANSI. JRTABANSI. You come up in there, you a LeBron fan, you getting roasted too. Just letting you know. But anyway, so I was just searching there, seeing what comments were dropped or whatever it was, and I seen a video from Brian Windhorst of ESPN where he said, it says, Brian Windhorst says LeBron James has been reaching out to other players of interested teams. I said, interesting. But before we even get into the sound, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, PrizePicks. It's a scorching sports summer, and you can make all your picks on PrizePicks. Women's basketball and baseball are heating up, and with big tennis slams and major golf tournaments on the horizon, you can make your picks for all these events and more all summer long on PrizePicks, America's #1 sports pick app. I think I'm going to get into soccer this summer with PrizePicks. They're offering everything from group stage winners to goals scored, and I'm excited to watch the big stars from countries like Argentina, Brazil, France, and the US and win money while doing it. What's cool is that I can stack game winners from soccer, NBA, women's basketball, and baseball on top of my player picks for even bigger payouts. And PrizePicks is available in all 50 states, including California, Texas, Georgia, and Florida. The entire summer of soccer is on PrizePicks, all 48 countries and every matchup. And if you rep your side during the tournament on PrizePicks, you could win a trip to the final in New York. It's the biggest tournament ever, which means there's even more opportunities to cash in while you root for your favorite national sides and global soccer stars. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. PrizePicks, a preferred partner of the NBA. So you saw that. So what we want to do now is want to play the video of Brian Windhorst here, and then we'll continue on with the show. Take a listen to that there.
It was worth it. Even if you did, it was worth it. All right. So I want to talk about, obviously, we're all waiting on LeBron. I can just tell you, look, this is Monday afternoon. There is a dearth of information on this. The people in the league are all talking to each other, trying to find out what LeBron is thinking. There's not a lot of information. A whole bunch of NBA owners were up at the Sun Valley Media Conference last week in Idaho. Were you up there, McMahon? I can't remember. Did you get invited to that?
No, but you tend to be a little bit better with the billionaires than I am.
Well, I will say that I wasn't there, but one of the cool things that happened there apparently is the final negotiations took place to sell the Seattle Seahawks, which sold for over $9 billion. Like, it went down there in Sun Valley. But anyway, a bunch of the owners are there, and they were chatting, and some of the owners who have who are trying to get LeBron were talking to each other, and they were like, "Hey, have you heard anything? Nope. Have you heard anything? Nope. What, LeBron is reaching out and talking to players on some of these teams. And they report back to their GM or their coach like, hey, LeBron called. Well, what did you think? So I mean, there's, who knows? Maybe we'll do an emergency podcast soon. I know that there's this real desire to.
Now you saw that, but it didn't stop there. Then ESPN Cleveland's account. This is a verified account. ESPN Cleveland's account posts the thumb. It says Riz has heard LeBron is roster adjusting before a decision. This is from ESPN Cleveland. Take a look at the video here.
What I'm hearing and what I was told makes a lot of sense. Do you know what LeBron's doing right now? And by the way, it could be for Cleveland or it could be for another team. He's roster adjusting. Now, let's see. The last time he came back, Wiggins was out. K-Love was in. That came out of nowhere.
You reported it.
Who could it be this time? Jared Allen's name's got to come up. I don't know. Harden and Perk. Big Perk. Kendrick Perkins said yesterday on First Take that LeBron's waiting for the Cavs to make a move. So do I think LeBron's made up his mind? 90%. But like any big decision in your career, you leave your options open to the very end.
So you saw that there. But if you leave it up to these twerking ass LeBron fans who like to sit up there and pour honey all over each other's booties and hollering and screaming, twerk it up through the hallways and running in comment sections, slipping and sliding through, like this, if you leave it to this twerking ass fan base, oh no man, LeBron is just, he's a virtuous man. He's going out there to take him from the top. It's all BS. He's trying to stack the deck wherever he goes. Do you know how I know this? Because he said as much over a year ago. Do you remember when his agent, Rich Paul, put out the comments about the Lakers? They were talking about building for the future and all that. He was like, yes, they understand that the Lakers have to build for the future, but they also want to be competitive right now. Bro, these people tell on themselves. It's like almost like as if they say things and forget that these things remain out there. It's like they'll just say one thing and then be like, yeah, and be like, yeah, it's true. Forgetting all the other stuff that they've already said months, weeks, years ago. They already said this. You think LeBron is just going to sign with a team and just ride off into the sunset? No. He's going to try to stack the deck, which is what also Kendrick Perkins said yesterday, to ensure that he gives himself the best opportunity to steal a quick championship on his way out. He did it when he joined the Heat. He did it when he went back to Cleveland, and he did it when he got to the Lakers. So what makes you think a Tiger is going to change his stripes all of a sudden? No. He's going to try to do it again because that's what he's always done. But in this case, ESPN is the one ESPN Cleveland is the one exposing it. It's all a lie. It's all one big lie. These people come on TV every single day, and they're supposed to be trusted sources of information, and they lie right to your face like they don't even bat an eye. It's unbelievable.